Hey there, this is Sean Cohan with AZ Lifestyle. It's been a long time since I've done any videos. I think the last one we did was before COVID even started. And there's been a ton of changes in the market the last 4 or 5 months. And the last couple months especially, I've been getting a ton of questions about where the market is, what it's doing, where it's going. So I wanted to start doing videos again and kind of provide some insight. So with that said, let's get into today's video. I want to talk today about our rapidly changing market, both here in Phoenix and nationally. For the last 2+ years, we've been in a frenetic seller's market. Before that, we had a seller's market dating all the way back in Phoenix to 2013. Before that, we had a buyer's market. We haven't had a balanced market since about 2004, maybe early 2005, when things started getting a little crazy before the recession. We are rapidly approaching a balanced market as we speak. And I kind of want to get into this video about what that actually means. The last 2 years, we've had growth of 30%, 22%, just really unsustainable growth in our market. And now with interest rates climbing, along with the price of homes being higher, we're starting to see a pretty dramatic shift. I think you're going to hear a lot about the sky falling and a repeat of '08 in the coming months. And I personally don't think that we're going to approach anything like that for several reasons. One, if we approach a balanced market, what that really means is a market technically with 5.5 months of housing supply, and demand factors in a bit. But what it really means, it's a market that appreciates at the same level as inflation. It's a hedge against inflation in a balanced market. And I think a lot of people associate a recession at this point with the crash of '08. And I believe this time will be very, very different than that circumstance. In 2008, we had subprime mortgages where people were over leveraged, no cash stated income loans. And when the market flipped, people were way upside down on their homes. This time around, right now, the average homeowner in the US has 50% equity in their home. Along with that, they've got mortgages in the 2% range, 3% range, maybe low 4% range, which are all historically very low. That combines for a very low monthly payment for most people, along with a lot of equity, read cash on their home. If things get tough, the home will not be the first thing to go. If you take someone that has a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house that they own, they've got 50% equity in and a 3% mortgage. If they sell their home to get the cash out to make payments on things, the home that they rent, if they need something similar, is going to be far more expensive. So I believe people will cut other things out of their life, eating out, car payments, things like that, rather than their home. With that being said, if that is the case, supply should not shoot up, because it'll be suppressed by the number of people clinging to their homes because they have low interest rates, equity, they can refi if they must and keep their home. So I think we're in a very, very different spot than 2008. Now, lastly, and specific to Phoenix, we are in a very different place as a city or a region than we were in 2008. We have a number of large companies coming into the valley providing high-paying jobs. Apple, Intel, Rivian, the electric car company, Taiwan Semiconductor. All these companies are moving to different spaces in and around the valley, bringing in higher paying jobs than what we had when we were primarily a service-focused industry in 2008. As these companies come and they bring jobs, they bring with them more people to the valley. With 100,000 people a year moving into Phoenix, the new builds are not keeping up, and they have not kept up for the entire previous decade and a half with the number of people coming here. I believe that lack of supply will support keeping housing prices up. When people move here and they can't buy a house, they'll be forced to rent, which will keep the rental market up as well. So I think we're in a very, very different spot, even if we're in a rapidly changing spot compared to 2008. As things change both locally and nationally in the coming months, I will keep you updated as far as using statistical trends, my anecdotal kind of experience on the ground here in Phoenix in the real estate market, and my opinion using what I've learned in the past versus what I project in the future based on everything that I read, what I feel, and all that to give you the best insight it can possibly give you.